Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Terra Nil. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In our last episode, we worked really hard and got the Arctic all cleaned up. Next, we're going to move to the flooded city, so we're going to go ahead and check this out. Alright, here we are. To begin with, dredge the ocean floor to create land to grow greenery. Once dredging is complete, recycle your dredgers. You can then place tidal turbines in the resulting pockets of deep water. Alright, let's go ahead and check this out. So this was a flooded city, and yep, that's definitely what it looks like here. So let's go ahead and we'll check out our building. So there's something that we start with that's a little different is we got our little recycling buddy here on the water. So let's see what we got here. So we have our undersea dredger, and then we need to recycle a fully used undersea dredger to unlock this. There's our loading dock, monorail, and then of course scrubbers. We got an irrigator, and then a seismic detonator, and then all the climate control buildings that we looked at in the last episode. So let's get started here. We're going to grab our dredger, and it looks like there's only certain pockets where we can do this. And so we also want to be mindful of how this little recycling buddy is going to get to the building to recycle it. If we close it off, it's not going to be able to. So that's just something that we have to be conscious of and be thinking about. So we'll go ahead and we'll plop our first guy down here. We're going to go ahead and click on it, and then we're going to build in the landscape. So already, if we place that, we are going to be closing off this dredger for recycling, but that's okay because we have seismic detonators that we can utilize to break through the land to get the water back into it. Let's go ahead and we'll continue to fill this out and get a little bit more land going. So that's what we're going to be doing for a little while here. We're going to be trying to fill in as much of this flooded city as we can with land, and then we have to make that land green, of course, just like we have been doing for the last 3 episodes. So since we close this off, we can't use our loading dock to cruise over in here to pick it up. Now, unless, of course, look at that, it does reach. So you can utilize it like that, too. Otherwise, we'd have to seismic detonate, break through the land, and do it that way. But we don't need to. So this worked out quite nicely for us. So the thing we need is to totally use all 3 charges of our dredger. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we have to recycle it, and that's going to get our next thing that we really are going to be needing, and that's going to be the tidal generator. And what that's going to allow us to do is make power. So we're going to go ahead and grab this guy. There is a couple pockets where we can start. The thing is, if you plop this down, we don't have any land, so we can't really plant grass when we don't have any land. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get started with our tidal turbine over in here. And then we'll be able to do some scrubbing. So we'll go ahead and we'll set a couple of scrubbers up. And then, of course, once we do this all over, then we'll move to the irrigators and work towards this 100%. It's going to take a little while. It's a lot of work to get the land there to begin with even, and then to go ahead and turn it green. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this one situated, and then we'll do one more and get that guy going as well. So we, again, don't want to think about the water, but let's go ahead and scoot this guy. Let's go a little bit further out, because when we get power, we can then scrub the land a little bit more with the scrubbers, of course. So we'll get this guy placed down, and then we'll go ahead and do it again, expand the land, and then I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this, and then we will get back together in just a moment. All right, I have quite a few turbines placed here. I'm not sure if we're going to be quite green enough yet, but there's something else that I wanted to show you. So when you have a turbine that is utilized pretty much as good as it can in its location, what you can do is connect the monorail, and then you can deposit earth further away. So just like this, you click on the monorail point, and then you're able to target the building, and then we can click further away anywhere along the monorail line to place additional land. I want to find a spot where we can reach with our current scrubbers. I think it looks like I don't have a really great spot for that. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and we'll plop it down. Over here seemed like the best out of anything we had, so we're going to go ahead and we'll move that over there. And we are getting low on resources, so we got to keep that in mind. We do have a lot of greening that we have to do with the irrigator, so hopefully we don't run out here. Now that is spent, so we're going to go ahead and grab our loading dock, and we should be able to capture it just on the edge there. Look at that, we got it plenty good. This is also going to pick up a couple of our scrubbers, which is just fine. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. All right, so now let's get some irrigators going here, and we'll see if we need to add any more land or scrubbers or anything else like that. So we'll go ahead, we'll do some greening up here, and we did get a couple of good spots in the ocean, so we're doing pretty okay, I think, as a beginning bit for our greening up. But we're gonna go ahead and we'll go along just like we have been doing and make the land green again. And I'll go ahead and I'll do that, and then I'll bring it back as soon as I'm completed with it. All right, we're at 99%. We got one more scrubber to place, clean up the ocean, and that should put us over. There it is. Looking great. All right, what's the next step? Dredging may have made the ground unstable. Nevertheless, increase biodiversity by creating enclosed lagoons and bamboo groves in the shells of skyscrapers. Use the roots of new deciduous forests to break down concrete. All right, so yes, the shells of old buildings here. So as we were going along and we were recycling our dredgers, we were also gaining green points for cleaning out these buildings. So right here you can see that that one had some concrete left into it, but as we recycled it, it utilized that to gain us green points. Okay, let's see what our buildings are now. We have the mineralizer. Remember, this one is going to be the one that crystallizes the salt in the ocean to make rocks. Thalassic purifier. Okay, this is a new one. Cleans a completely enclosed area of ocean to create a lagoon. And then we have the bamboo nursery. Uses a skyscraper frame to grow tall bamboo. Recycle a skyscraper to uncover its frame. Good, we did that already. And then we have the conservatory. Tree roots break the surrounding concrete to grow deciduous forest. Must be built on a toxin scrubber. All right. And then we have 3 more buildings to find out. So as you can see here, the map's shaking every so often, and I'm not sure what's going to happen or why it's doing that. But what I would like to do is see if we can get some rain or something happening here. And it doesn't... Whoa. Oh, something's happening here. Quake imminent. Okay. Oh. What? Radioactivity? Okay, okay, alright, alright. Okay, that wasn't so bad. So we get rains begin at 25 degrees C, 85 humidity, and then radiation being more than 30. So we got a little bit of radiation to clean up here. So let's see how we do that. We have the 3 buildings unlocked. Radiation cleanser cleans the area around it of radiation, must be built on rock or concrete. Pylon provides electricity and must be in range of an electricity producing building, must be built on rock or concrete. And then we have the helio cage, uses sunflowers to absorb radiation, build on a radioactive waste deposit to neutralize it. All right, so yeah, let's get some of this green goop cleaned up over in here. So let's go ahead and we'll start with the radiation cleanser and see if we can do anything. Can't build in radiation. It's interesting. Okay, so we gotta, looks like go up over in here. That shouldn't be too bad. We'll plop one down. Okay, cleaned it up all right. We gotta keep connecting our pylons here, and then we can keep utilizing the radiation cleanser. I think that's the goal here. Let's see. Yep. So that did connect. Can I connect further? Looks like I have to be up on the upper rock here to utilize that. So we'll go ahead and we'll plop one of these guys down here, try and clean up a little bit more here. We do have another power source, so no, we can't clean that up. Okay. So we did that as good as we could. Can we can't really go any further, I don't think. So maybe I can... Ah, okay. So yeah, we gotta kind of fight it and race it a little bit here, like that. Okay, and then that's gonna keep pushing it back. All right, all right. I think I understand what's going on now. So let's see, where else can we plop one of these guys? Push it a little bit further, I guess. All right, so I did restart the phase, and you can see here that the earthquake is just happening again. So I was able to get the radiation cleansers down because I had already unlocked them. Kind of cheesy, but I think it's gonna work. So I have the cleansers here already at these points. So we're gonna go ahead and hopefully, yep, plop down a sunflower. Over here was another spot that I noticed had radiation, so we got that there. And then the last one is right over in here, so we can kind of work through this one together. So we have the radiation cleansers, right? And they only have a range of so far. Well, you got to put the power down, and I think that's what I was doing incorrectly before. And then you can only go so far as well. So the way to fix that is you get your mineralizer, and then you have to build a rock, and of course that has to be within range of whatever you're trying to cleanse. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop this guy down, and then we have to connect it with our pylon. So you can see that one reaches pretty far, and then we're able to go ahead and plop this guy down. And then that should allow us to sneak in a little bit closer, which then should allow us to plop down another pylon and then another cleanser. And then we can go ahead and do the sunflowers and have the sunflowers completed and radiation under control. So let's see if we can find any other spots where radiation is becoming a problem. And we're down to 12, so we were at like over 300 before. I don't see any spots initially here, so it looks like that's about where it's gonna sit. And that does satisfy the rain beginning, which is excellent. So I don't want to focus on that just yet, but it will be a nice thing to achieve. Let's go ahead and utilize some of these other guys. So we have the Thalastic Purifier. This is the guy that's going to make us the lagoons, wherever we have a closed-in area. And I don't really have closed-in areas because I was trying to avoid that so that we could recycle our things. So what I think we'll do is go ahead, we can grab our dredgers again. And you know, we could place these about anywhere. This thing probably needs power. So let's go back over in here and let's get something filled in. I don't know how much space I'm going to need for the lagoons, but I guess we'll figure that out. So if I plop that there, that should block off that whole section. Let's go ahead and we'll try this out. Oh, that was too much. Let's undo that. Let's go ahead and do the dredger there again. And then what I wanted to do is this. That should blockade it enough. Let's go ahead and see. So that'll happen. And then let's grab this guy. Oh, cannot grow yet because our temperature is too low. Okay, so we'll skip that one. Let's go ahead and check out the nursery then. So we should be able to plop you here and this one there, no problem. Oh yeah, the bamboo is happy about it. Okay, so we need to green this area up a little bit more for our bamboo buddies. Oh yeah, lots of bamboo happening. Great, great. All right, let's see if we can get this in a good spot. I guess that'll work just fine there. Grab our bamboo again. A little bit more. Bamboo is completed. Okay, great. Okay, and then we needed the forest guy. What was the forest? This guy, conservatory. Tree roots break the surrounding concrete and grow forest. Must be built on toxin scrubbers. Okay, so we should have plenty of space for any of that over in here. Let's go ahead and plop some of these guys down. Got a set. Ooh, 132. A couple of good blocks over in here. Let's go ahead and we'll just kind of fill in the area. It's gonna break up our concrete. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and just keep working our way, I guess. All right, and that should do it for our deciduous forest. And then, since our lagoon needs to be a little bit warmer, where are you, lagoon guy? This guy, yeah. Let's go ahead and find our, what is it called? The combustor, this guy. And we'll raise the temperature of the area a little bit here. We'll go ahead and we'll do a 3 degrees rise right there. And let's see if we can do it now. Yes, we can. Excellent. So this should, oh yeah, that's a really, really good spot for that. And it gets us about halfway. So let's go ahead and we'll plop this guy down. There we go. We got a lagoon. A goo lagoon happening. And then let's go ahead and... Oh, I can fill this in? Too large to purify. Yeah, okay. We'll go here. And then let's go here. A couple little pockets here and there that we can fill in. And I bet we'll be really close, but not quite enough. Looks like. Oh, this might work. Nope. Nope, nope. There we go. We got it with the last little corner right there. Okay. Great, the last step. You'll need to finish recycling the city, yep, reintroduce animals, and construct an interstellar rocket on which to leave. Use satellite scans to gather seeds from all over the planet and store them in the rocket's vault. Finally, place this guidebook in the cockpit and leave the restored world behind. Kind of exciting. Okay, so we want to get some rain happening. We need a little bit more temperature. We need to get to 25, and then we need a lot more humidity. So let's go ahead and we'll work on our temperature. We want to get that happening and get the rain, and then that's going to give us a lot of green points. And just, you know, it should happen. We want it to happen. Okay, so that's going to be 5 degrees C. Let's go ahead and we'll burn that up. And right here, that should put us over our temperature limit that we were looking for. So that's good. And then let's get our cedars and, ooh, 13%. And then let's get some rain happening here. So yeah, we'll go ahead with a nice 13% right there. And we're looking for 85. So let's work towards that. All right, this is the last cloud seeder we need. It's going to push us to 91. We're going to get rain and vegetation bloom. So what I had to do to have enough water surface so that we could get enough humidity was utilize our detonators to cut out some of the land that we burnt up with the trees. That's kind of what I did on both sides here. And that allowed us to get enough with the cloud seeder. And now we have the rains falling, which is excellent. That's going to purify the dirt and all that other junk. It'll be great. And now we need to worry about the tier 3 stuff. What do we got here? Flying a recycling drone upgrades your recycling drone, allowing it to access the whole map. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll utilize this guy. Cool. All right, and then we need satellite uplink. Launches a satellite that allows you to scan for planet species and collect seeds to store in the vault. All right, and then we have the rocket silo, the base building for rocket construction. All right, so let's get this guy going because it's enormous. And then we have rocket thrusters. Okay, I guess, yeah, let's go ahead and get that thing going. Okay, and then we're going to need our satellite uplink. Let's see if we can find a good spot for this thing. Should work just fine right there. Okay, and then we have comms array A. Okay, go ahead and plop that guy down. Seed vault uplink. Okay, cool. Let's see what this says. Oh, interesting. Okay. Biome scan. We got river valley. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so we're scanning an area for seeds, and let's see what we can find here. Let's go ahead and just pull this. Looks like we got, I don't know, nothing really. Let's go up over in here and let's see what happens. Okay, we got lots of blue. Let's go ahead and trigger this thing again. Okay, so we need to scan these areas. I understand now. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll find our tree buddies. All right, let that go. Great, we got the trees figured out. We need to find some more of that other land. I can't remember the name of it. It's kind of like a fin troll or something. I don't remember what it was. Here we go. It's all bundled up over here in the bottom. And we'll go ahead and we'll hit our button here. We'll see how close we get. Oh, very, very, very close. And I think there's a little bit more up over in here. That should do it for us. Okay, great. River Valley is completed. Now, can we scroll over? Doesn't look like it. So we might have to do something else here. So let's go ahead and we'll close this guy out. And then we have the cargo hold. All right, we'll go ahead and plop you down. Building our rocket here. Okay, next, comms array B. We'll go ahead and throw that down. I'm just going to keep going, I guess, here. We have plenty of green currency, so we should be okay to build this whole rocket. It was 9 pieces if you didn't catch that. Okay, so it looks like I got all of the rocket pieces so far that we can do. Oh, check this out. So I went back up to Seed Vault Uplink, and it was automatically at the flooded city. So, oh, now it's working. Maybe that was just a weird little bug. But anyways, we can go ahead and scan for the rest of the things. Let's go ahead and we'll work on our flooded city here. We have lots of the deciduous forest, and we got to keep doing our little scan. So let's find some sunflowers, some lagoon action, and we'll get this thing filled out as well. All right, we have completed all the stored seeds on each of the 4 biomes, and we can go ahead and recall the satellite now. All right, that's how we do it. I wasn't sure. And then our little buddy is going to go ahead and float on back. I'm not sure where it's going to. I thought it was going to go right back to the ship. But anyways, we now have the Seed Vault cockpit. Let's go ahead and we'll plop that guy down. All right, now we need... Let's go ahead and do some scanning. Let's see if we can find some critters. I kind of want to clean up first, but I know as soon as I do, I'm going to need to put stuff back. I guess we could clean up most of the stuff. We'll just use the monorails, but let's go ahead and do some scanning here. So let's see what kind of critters we're looking at here. Maybe another turtle, shell-bearing reptile frolics in a large lagoon. All right, so we have a large lagoon up here. Let's see if that's going to be good enough. Got it. Next up, we have this resplendent fowl struts on wide open grasslands. Have that as well. Oh, peacock, cool. Oh, and we got the boar. Nice. So that needed the deciduous forest and a little bit of plains, and that would be our 3rd animal. This endangered marine mammal darts among the fronds of a kelp forest. Oh, we don't have a kelp forest. Oh, well, a sea otter. Good guess, I guess. Anyways, now we have 4 animals. Okay, good. Now, finally, let's do some cleanup. And I'm wondering with that cleanup, since this thing is a flyer... How does this work? Let's go ahead. We'll just mark this thing for cleanup. Okay, yeah, Buzz is over there. And then, so what happens if I do a recycling silo? Does it go and clean up that? Let's see. It does not go and clean up the recycling silos. Okay, so it's better than what we've had before, but still not quite as good as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this mess, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, we have most of everything all cleaned up here. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you guys, because I hit 1,500 subscribers for the first time this morning. So thank you very much for all the support on everything, all the settlement survival, on Terra Nil, and all the other videos that I've been doing. I very much appreciate it, and I'm very excited to have 1,500 subscribers. Thank you very much. And here we go, we're all cleaned up. Let's go ahead and launch our rocket and see what else is in store for us. I was just wondering, well, if you leave the rocket, it's gonna have that launch pad. There's a couple bears. Look, oh, look at all those flamingos. Holy cow. Elk and polar bears and penguins hanging out. There's some pandas. Nice, cool. Okay. So we get to go to another planet, I guess. So let's see. I wasn't sure how long this game was gonna go. Oh, well, that's the end of it. Well, I guess thank you for coming and hanging out with me and watching us complete Terra Nil. I appreciate it very much. I hope you have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I'll talk to you again soon.